Have you ever scrolled through Instagram, feeling a pang of envy at a friend's vacation photos? Or maybe you've caught yourself comparing your career progress to a colleague's LinkedIn updates. If so, you're not alone. Comparison is a universal human experience that affects us all, often in ways we don't even realize. But why do we do it, and how can we break free from its grip? Welcome to the Brain Talk Sessions YouTube channel. Your journey to a healthier mind starts here, where we share psychology explained for everyday life. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of social comparison and its impact on our mental well-being. Let's start by exploring why comparison is such a common part of our daily lives. From the moment we wake up and check our phones to the time we go to bed, we're bombarded with opportunities to measure ourselves against others. We compare our appearances, our achievements, our relationships, and even our morning routines to those around us. It's as if we're constantly keeping score in a game we never signed up to play. But that's the thing, this tendency to compare isn't just a modern phenomenon or a personal flaw. It's deeply rooted in our evolutionary history. Back in 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger proposed the social comparison theory, which suggests that we have an innate drive to evaluate ourselves by comparing our abilities and opinions to those of others. This made sense from an evolutionary perspective. Our ancestors needed to assess their strengths and weaknesses relative to their peers to survive and compete for resources, status, and mates. Understanding this psychological and evolutionary background helps us see that comparison isn't inherently good or bad, it's how we use it that matters. This brings us to an important distinction: healthy versus unhealthy comparison. Healthy comparison can be a source of inspiration and motivation. When we look up to someone who has achieved something we aspire to, it can light a fire under us and push us to grow. This is called upward comparison, and when used positively, it can be a powerful tool for personal development. On the flip side, unhealthy upward comparison can lead to feelings of envy, inadequacy, and self-doubt. Similarly, downward comparison, comparing ourselves to those we perceive as less fortunate or successful, can foster gratitude for what we have. However, when taken too far, it can breed arrogance or a false sense of superiority. The key is to strike a balance and use comparison as a tool for self-reflection rather than self-judgment. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: social media. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn have amplified our natural tendency to compare ourselves to others in unprecedented ways. We're constantly exposed to carefully curated highlight reels of other people's lives, which can make our own everyday experiences seem dull in comparison. Each platform triggers comparison in its own unique way. Instagram often fuels appearance-based comparisons, with its endless stream of filtered photos and perfect bodies. TikTok showcases seemingly effortless talents and enviable lifestyles, while LinkedIn can make us question our career progress and professional worth. It's important to remember that these platforms show a highly selective version of reality, not the full picture of someone's life. The emotional impact of constant comparison can be significant. Many people experience increased stress, anxiety, and self-esteem issues as a result of measuring themselves against others. Over time, this can lead to more serious mental health concerns like depression, burnout, and a general dissatisfaction with life. It's a vicious cycle: the more we compare, the worse we feel, and the more we seek out comparisons to validate our worth. But don't worry, there's hope. We can break free from the comparison trap with some practical strategies. First, cultivating self-awareness is key. Start by keeping a journal to track when and why you find yourself comparing. Are there specific triggers or situations that prompt these thoughts? Next, try setting personal goals that are meaningful to you, rather than chasing someone else's definition of success. This shifts your focus inward and helps you measure progress against your own standards, not someone else's. Practicing gratitude is another powerful tool. Take time each day to appreciate what you have and what you've accomplished. This simple habit can dramatically shift your perspective and reduce the urge to compare. And of course, we can't ignore the role of social media. Consider limiting your exposure or curating your feeds to include more positive, inspiring content. Remember, you have control over what you consume online. Building a healthier mindset around comparison is a journey, not a destination. Focus on personal growth rather than competition. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and learn to appreciate others' successes without feeling diminished. When you see someone achieving something great, let it inspire you rather than discourage you. It's also important to remember that everyone is on their own unique path. Your journey is yours alone, and comparing it to someone else's is like comparing apples to oranges. Embrace your individuality and the special qualities that make you who you are. As we wrap up, let's recap the key takeaways. Comparison is a natural human tendency with deep evolutionary roots. While it can be helpful in small doses, excessive comparison, especially in the age of social media, can negatively impact our mental health. By practicing self-awareness, setting personal goals, cultivating gratitude, and mindfully engaging with social media, we can build a healthier relationship with comparison. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate comparison entirely, that's probably impossible. Instead, we're aiming to use it as a tool for growth and inspiration rather than a weapon of self-criticism. Your worth isn't determined by how you measure up to others, but by how true you are to yourself and your values. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Have you struggled with comparison? What strategies have helped you overcome it? Share your experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on psychology and mental well-being. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, you are uniquely you, and that's your superpower.